We are creator beings in the physical sense. We are creator beings on this soul sense, the spiritual sense, right? But it's heightened by like 1,000, because what you think instantly is there. So when people talk about a lot of fear-based things, right? You're going to be forced to stay here. You're going to be eternal damnation in hell. You're going to be soul trapped and forced and stuck and whatever. Then they have already forgotten that you are creator being. And you create with your thoughts and your belief systems. What you believe will create a dimensional space within your field that you will experience your fears. This is why it's very unnecessary, and it's actually a great disservice to people that preach fear-based narrative stuff to a lot of souls, because it's an unnecessary process that they will have to work through when they do cross over and die, which is the transitional space, the white room, which is a transitional space for a reason, so people could confront those fears that I've been battling for like 5 years pretty much with the out-of-body state, until I realized, man, there's nothing to be afraid of, because fear is the number one way to have dominion over the soul. It's the number one way to control the soul. If a soul has fear, you have control over that soul's expression and its fullest desire to do as it wills. That's what they use here. Immediately when you want to be free, fear this, fear for your safety, you know? So it's you will experience the extremes if your fears are present and you have out of control emotions. When you leave the body, when you cross over temporarily, right, you will be presented with those fears and things that you have to work through. It's stuff that I had to work through. It's also things that many near-death experience people experience when they end up dying, and if they have a strong fear-based narrative of hell and eternal damnation, they temporarily experience that until they say, I've had enough, please help me. They reach out and then they access all things again. Same thing applies with the out-of-body state, you know. So you can never control and entrap the soul unless the soul believes that it can be entrapped and imprisoned, and then you give your power away to be entrapped and imprisoned by believing it to be so. The body, your physical body, could be imprisoned, but you cannot control the soul unless you believe it to be so.
Man, I really love hearing that, you know, because it really validates what I've come across in my research.